Good morning. It's Nate Charles back with another thought of the day. It's September 11th, 2025. Every year on this date, we pause to remember nearly 3,000 people who died on September 11th, 2001. They died in New York, at the Pentagon, and aboard 4 commercial airliners. It's right and proper to honor those we lost, the innocent, the brave, the firefighters, police, first responders, and the crew and passengers of Flight 93 who realized what was coming and chose to fight back at unimaginable risk, and in doing so may have saved countless lives. It's also right and proper to remember the lives lost in the 20-year conflict in Afghanistan that followed. Not just Americans, but Afghans too. It's right and proper to remember the men who died to dismantle Al Qaeda and deny them sanctuary from which to plan and launch further attacks, and to build a strong Afghan government rooted in democracy, whether or not it succeeded. But a proper memorial also demands honesty. And the hard truth is 9/11 succeeded. It succeeded not just in inflicting devastation, that was obvious, but in its broader rhetorical objective to instill fear, to provoke division, to weaken our confidence in one another and in our institutions. That's the root of terrorism. From that vantage, Al Qaeda, though largely dismantled, won. The fractures it inaugurated in our society persist. So, how do we counteract that victory? The answer begins with honesty and responsibility in our public rhetoric. Yesterday's assassination of Charlie Kirk stands in stark contrast to how disagreement should be resolved in a free society. We settle differences in the marketplace of ideas, not with violence, threats, or lies. In that same marketplace, we must be scrupulous about the information we inject. We must rigorously test the factual assertions we make, examine our own positions, and screen out logical fallacies, even ones that feel intuitively correct. Whenever we allow half truths, distortions, or fallacious reasoning to shape public discourse, we degrade the quality of ideas on which our democracy depends. And we empower forces of fear and division exactly as Al Qaeda intended. So, what do we do to properly acknowledge and memorialize 9/11? We remember the dead and honor the brave. We acknowledge, frankly, that the terrorists achieved their goals, not only in loss of life, but in fracturing our civic confidence. And we must recommit in our words, in public discourse, and in our civic engagement to reject fear, reject division, and ensure that truth, reason, and integrity define how we argue and govern ourselves. That is the proper way to honor the memory of 9/11. Not with sentimentality alone, but with clear-sighted honesty and a renewed commitment to the idea that we are stronger together, grounded in shared facts and respect for each other. Thank you for listening in today. I'll see you again soon.